using to describe things in any other way, but listen,
I said it. I'm sorry.
Hashtagging Castle Troid.
Yeah,
New revolution.
Castle Troid. This Castle Troid game is great.
I think that Nate nailed it. I think it sounds pretty Eastern Bloc. It sounds like a weird like knockoff, like, oh, I have Nintendo for you.
Yeah.
And we will play Castle Troid. Watch out with this.
Marcio, Serbian Mario.
Serbian
Crushes
Mario.
Albanian for fun.
Quick, one day Marcio woke up and had become a giant vermin. Help him understand life.
Their platforming games are so existential. Like they have a different
They get
culture.
pretty deep. It's impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. My name is Jordan Dahl.
I am Nate Balding.
And I am Roger Norquist, the man who now forever trapped in his mind is the Serbian game. Did you like the Serbian movie? You'll like the Serbian game.
The Serbian game. Oh God! It comes
a mass grave simulator.
It comes with like a set of those eye clamps to clamp your eyes open. Oh boy! Today's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by Monstroco brand Eerial. It's cereal for your ears, made of ears. Shh! Listen, what's that? Breakfast. Eerial. Monstroco. So
made for ears from ears.
Yeah, and they're shaped like ears too. And I don't know how they expect you to get them in your ears, but it just looks like you pour a bowl of it and put milk on it and just jam it in there. And I guess
yeah, you just make all the ears ultra pliant with your Monstroco brand oat milk and twist them up, shove them in.
Yeah,
why is oat in quotes? Weird.
They mean it either ironically or they stole it from another cereal or aerial box.
Yeah, this is I'm not gonna lie, this is a weird one, but I've been eating them, or whatever you call it when you do it with your ears, listen eating, and my ears are stronger. I can hear the sun. It doesn't sound right. It's screaming.
It's crying out in pain.
Yeah.
I'm an explosion.
You don't hear that?
I heard that Monstroco can actually listen to your inner thoughts once you consume Eerial.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's on the box. They give you suggestions too. Burn this. Burn that. Anyway,
the friend that's on fire.
Eerial from Monstroco. What the fuck? Guys, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to last week's episode. I'm
glad you survived.
in New Mexico, and I was trying to report. I was trying to report from the field, from around the UFO Watchtower in Colorado, but I was swallowed by a strange, almost, I don't want to say arcane storm, but it felt that way, and it started to suck the moisture out of me. I barely escaped mummifaction.
Oh, good. It's good.
And made it back.
Mummifaction is the first step to clownifaction, and we're glad he's missed it.
I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about all the mummy clowns that are wandering around out there.
Is there a middle step that's mimifaction?
Listen, I think that's like when, you know how sometimes a vampire will try to turn somebody and they'll just turn into a ghoul.
Be one of those gross, like, zombie fans.
That's when they fuck it up. They're like, oh God, I've mimified him. Oh, I'm a monster.
Well, put him in the deep.
I would like to talk to you guys about the UFO Watchtower. Can I tell you about that in my segment that I'm calling the UFO Watchtower Watchtower?
Oh, that's a damn good name, Nate. We're going to give you a run for your money this week.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I think you should.
All fucking week right then. The UFO Watchtower, pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It was a pretty good time. It's not much of a watchtower. It's about 1 story tall. It is more of a scaffold than anything.
Yeah, but the land's flat, right?
Surrounding a dome in the middle of the the San Luis Valley in Hooper, Colorado, north of the town of Hooper, Colorado. But what makes it so extraordinary is that the San Luis Valley is the epicenter for UFO sightings in Colorado, if not the world. Like, people come here they say there's strange things going on in the sand dunes. There's strange things going on in the mountain range itself.
And I should probably upload that too, because I'm part of the MUFON network, and we get email updates on UFO tracker and all the emails. I'll start posting that just so we can know, UFO sighting counts every month.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can also check out the UFO Watchtower is an incredible roadside attraction, basically, is what it is. I visited, and it's always fun to go in and like talk with the people who own it. They are exactly who you think they would be.
A giant ball of yarn and a big boy.
The woman who owns it is named Judy Messeline. She was there. I bought a t-shirt. I bought a mug. I loved every second of it. I saw her completely shut down someone who came to ask for toilet paper. She was just like, no, we don't have that.
When you said shut someone down, I thought shut someone down about UFO culture and experimentation and research. And you went, shut someone down who wanted some toilet paper.
Yeah, she didn't want to help this person.
Yeah, the UFO Watchtower has exactly one thing they're interested in, and it's not plumbing. Yeah.
It's not that kind of rest stop. You're here to, if you want to use the facilities, go to 7-Eleven, We're here to talk about
lizards here are lizard people.
Exactly. This is from roadsideamerica.com, which is a great site for this type of thing. They'll tell you, they do these incredibly extensive articles about crazy roadside shit. And the UFO Watchtower is one of them. This is from, just says field review by the team. So we don't actually have a writer. Judy Messeline moved to the San Luis Valley, high in the Rocky Mountains, to raise cattle. 5 years later, she knew she'd made a mistake. Cows don't eat sand, she told us. Only then, by accident, did she tap the valley's true natural resource.
Wait. So her plan was originally, cows will eat this sand and everything will be glorious.
Sand, right? It doesn't say anything about that, but no, I don't think she was under the impression.
You didn't go out there with a herd of majestic sand cow.
No, you got to get the right kind of cow. Okay, you can look in a cow's eye and tell if it's sand hungry or not. Only but then, by accident,
a little empty hourglass.
Did she tap? You got to fill them up. Did she tap the valley's true natural resource, UFOs? It started as a joke. They're exporting them. They're exporting UFOs, getting those metals out there. Strange alien meat. It started as a joke. Judy's neighbors had mentioned strange things that they'd seen in the clear night skies of the valley, and she knew that UFO watchers would sometimes visit her ranch after dark. I know them. I've shot at them.
That's so weird. Like, I will do that, trying to take photos and be like, I know this cool farm out in northwest Colorado or North Foothills, Colorado. They're like, do they think I'm weird for hanging out at the edge of their farm, just taking photos of the sky?
Well,
I mean, it's weird that you haven't come up and introduced yourself and, get invited in and
I think
given some rules about the daughter that you're seeing there.
Listen, I know you're here for UFOs, but I got a daughter, and if you touch her...
Oh, I thought you were going the other way. And she needs a Marion. I think if you find yourself asking, am I a weirdo? Yeah, probably.
That's fair enough. And there's nothing wrong with being a certain type of weirdo. We need people watching the skies. We need people watching the sewers.
Takes all kinds. The guy watching the sewer, he's the weirdest one, but yeah.
He's one of the most important. Have you seen those sewer videos?
Yes. So it started as a joke. Judy's neighbors had mentioned strange things that they'd see in the clear night skies of the valley. She knew UFO watchers come to the ranch. Idea meets idea. She decides to earn some money by opening a campground on this bone dry land, built a small stucco saucer dome as a gift shop, and surrounded it with 10-foot high viewing platform.
Nice.
Unapologetic, she called it the UFO Watchtower because, as she told us, when you're already at 7,600 feet, you don't need to be much higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judy's knocking it out of the park.
Judy Misling?
Judy Messeline.
Messeline. I just needed to learn how to pronounce the name of the name I'm going to take when I marry this woman.
Yeah, if when you're at 76,000 or 7,600 feet, you don't need to be much higher isn't already on a t-shirt at the Watchtower, it needs to be.
I will help. Werewolf Radar will help you produce shirts. If that's an issue you have, we got you.
The tower opened.
I mean, maybe that's the first sponsor that we go for is UFO Watchtower.
Judy, if you're listening, hit us up. I'll hit you up if you don't.
Listen, we won't even ask for money. We just want truths. You can pay us in truths. The tower opened in the summer of 2000. Judy didn't expect anyone would see anything from it other than the distant mountain ranges and the stars at night. What she didn't know was that the San Luis Valley is revered among flying saucer buffs as one of the best places in the world to see UFOs.
So this was a grift to begin with.
This was originally a grift.
Yeah.
And she's like money.
She's so unapologetic about it, which is gives it credence, you know? She's like, yeah, it was a big goof, and people started seeing something. You're like, all right.
Then I started to believe, and my heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Yeah. Also, Judy, I'm sorry I gave you that weird Muppet voice there. I've heard you talk, and you sound like a normal person. The faithful flocked to Judy's property and made it a popular stopover. To her surprise, other Valley residents began stopping by as well, telling her the stories and using Judy as a kind of UFO counselor. If you don't know the people, you'd think they were crazy, she said. Judy began writing down what she'd been told, and stories now fill several binders in the gift shop, which also stocks a healthy selection of bug-eyed alien souvenirs.
Publish these, get them on Amazon. I don't want to support Amazon, but get this information out.
We visited during, give it to Amazon. It just disappears.
You know too much.
I have it now. I wanted it now. I have it. We visited during the day when sightings were less frequent. The serious people come in the evening, Judy said.
Nice.
But we climbed the steps of the metal tower for a first-hand look. I said when we went, huge storm.
You sent us a picture of the arcane sandstorm that obviously had an intelligence of its own.
Yeah, it was very, very Mummy Tomb of the Scorpion King.
Yeah, it did look like it was sent by a Scorpion King.
For sure. But it was, I will say, lightning flashing all over the place. I was in no hurry to get up on the structure. So I didn't really do that. So we'll have to go back at night now that I know that the hardcore people come in the evening.
Come in the evening during the sandstorms. That's when the real UFOs come out.
Yeah. Most of what is visible across the billiard table terrain is the sky. Judy was correct. She didn't need to build much of a tower to get a good view. The most curious daytime sight is Judy's quote-unquote healing garden, which spreads out from the dome's back door. Judy said that over 20 psychics had visited the UFO Watchtower, and they've all said there's 2 large vortexes here. The vortexes have been outlined with rocks, and the garden has grown around them. An organized clutter of items left by visitors, CDs, sunglasses, hubcaps, stuffed toys, and lots of pens. Judy explained matter-of-factly that anyone who leaves something personal in the garden is entitled to make a request, and that there are 2 large beings here who protect the entrances to the vortexes, but they are also here to help. According to Judy, the success to request rate is quite good. When asked, we asked Judy if the presence of the vortexes had influenced her decision to build the UFO Watchtower. No, she said, it was the other way around. The vortexes appeared because the tower had been built. The psychic said that the vortexes do form around UFO facilities, Judy said. I hadn't anticipated that at all. As you can probably guess.
Dreams situation.
Yeah, a bit of a field of dreams. As you can probably guess, hanging out at the UFO Watchtower has turned the former rancher skeptic Judy into an earnest UFO believer. I know what I've seen with my own eyes, she said, recounting some of the 24 sightings that she had from the Watchtower. Over 260 in total have been recorded in the tower's logbook. She tries to keep a sense of humor about it, providing a separate guest sign-in book for aliens. Hysterical.
Here's a fun little thing. I was doing some internet researching while you're going over this story. and I Googled Colorado ley lines.
Mm-hmm.
And then
do the same thing.
and then Hooper, Colorado. And you're fucking right. This is on a major ley line of Colorado.
Get down to Hooper, y'all.
It's also, I found this cool image of 44 ley lines that form a pentagram. It's not on that one, but that's a separate thing.
This is very good. Several visitors have claimed to be extraterrestrial and signed in the extraterrestrial group. Advertising her notary status, she can perform weddings at the Watchtower. If you don't have some giggles with us, she said, you're gonna go nuts.
Dude, let's get married at the...
Let's all get married at the Watchtower. $2 admission a person to climb the tower, $5 a car. Check it out, Hooper, Colorado. This has been the UFO Watchtower with Jordan Dahl.
Bravo.
I got a great shirt. That says UFO Watchtower, Hooper, Colorado. But they also had one that has a bunch of like a man, a woman, and then like that half man, half woman icon, and then one of an alien that just says whatever, just wash your hands. That was pretty good.
She sounds like a joy. UFO Watchtower, visit it. Their online site is beautiful.
Their online site feels like something out of 2004. I assume it's all curated in-house. If anybody from the website is listening, don't change a thing.
Don't change a thing. Like you are a relic, an antique of a certain time on the internet, and it is beautiful to stare at.
It almost does feel like the site was made around the same time that the Watchtower was thrown up, and that's part of the charm. Part of the charm of the UFO Watchtower is like how DIY it feels. It makes it feel like I don't know. It's
like hand-baked in a world full of corporatism. Like you could have incorporated this out, but this is like so done with your own two hands.
Yeah.
Craftsmanship be damned, adorable.
Yeah. You know, truth gonna get out. You try to keep it from us. We'll build watchtowers, motherfuckers.
And I mean, if you're into it, I see a lot of ley lines that intersect with this area of the San Luis Valley. I mean, she might say vortexes appeared because of the Watchtower, but you're in prime vortex location.
Mm-hmm.
I can speak. Paranormal preparedness for Judy, if she needs it.
Well, I think Judy's got this on lock.
Yeah, she's got it taken care of. I mean, she could entreat the beings behind the vortex to further serve the needs of the people who come to worship there. I guess
I would say. So one of my thoughts is ley lines. Maybe these vortexes didn't form because of the UFO facility, but just because of so many people coming to this place and with having the same intention and gazing up to the stars, you know, if there is a ley line there, who's not to say that, you know, whatever that means or whatever transportation that implies wouldn't react to this new center of consciousness, you know, and open up some portals, as it were. I would say, keep paranormal preparedness, you know, stay off of that thing when it's lightning out. That's not even paranormal. And if you're gonna leave an offering for the Vortex Guardians, better not be goofing around. Better not be goofing on them. Are you serious? Are you goofing right now? Okay, then. Leave your offering. Make a request.
Good tips.
The other shirt. Don't goof on the Guardians.
Don't goof on the Guardians, lest ye be goofed upon.
Nate, you or I?
Sure. I got a thing.